It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. Switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Like that. Ooh, I'm in my new bag. My bad. You ain't get too bad. My bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello. The jag calling. Let me click over real quick. To let my jag talk it. I eat it. Ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack. My bad, but I'm past that. But a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go. You don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give it back. My bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. At my window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Ooh, why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag. My bad. You ain't get too bad. My bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Big enormous.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Defense. Let go defense. Here we go. Snap.
Off play action. Gordon. Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Boy, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate. But that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
They run. Devontae Freeman. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes steps away to his left. And this is incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
53, Mike. Exit. It's our time. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike. Watch the pass.
Now here's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. Anthony Barr make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Ready, set.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Go. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. You got nothing to run. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, Gordon. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr., and he goes out right around the 39. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
152 fighter. 5. Jam. Go. Go.
2nd and 3. Here as he's taken down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Down. 8 read. Coming to you. Hey, switch gears. 80 weapon.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Gordon. And he's going to go down again. Frank Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Cook running right. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Gordon airing it out deep for Smith. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Here's Freeman, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd and 15 now. Mahomes being chased out left. And incomplete.
Mahomes on the keeper. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 15.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's get off the field, D. Check. 50. Let's go. Check. 53 is mine. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day off this. Come on, baby. Work hard.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
53 is the mic. 57.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Yellow. Let's go on, 53, Mike, 53. Here we go, here we go. Let's go. Nice hit.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Check, 53's Mike. Here we go, here we go.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Let's go, baby. Take over 1st and 10. That's their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Exit.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is Cook with the ground. Oh, and now some space to operate. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now a give running right, it's Cook.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The throw right sideline here is complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Out of bounds at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Gordon. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, dude.
From the gun, Gordon eluding the pressure right. That'll be complete to Cook. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Hey, let's go. 53 is the mic. You ain't going nowhere. Let's go, let's go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And Nicely taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
60 out, Law. Hey, box truck. Ready?
Off play action. Gordon. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL's record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Throwing on second down. Mahomes. Got his man. That's Mecole Hardman, the rookie. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
57 colors.
Mahomes now to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
53, Mike.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. His throw caught at about the 5. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, 43, 15.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to air one out. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. Final shot before the half for Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right. And got his man complete. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you can take a little bit of risk there, because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Let's get it now. Let's get it right now.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Here we go.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He'll let this go for the... This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken very short.
The Vikings take over first and 10
We go, go.
at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here's 2nd and 8. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one.
Gordon loses the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Watch out for Hill on the return. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Yellow, yellow. Yellow, yellow.
Single. Keep 15, keep 15. Tie that left. Mike 50, Mike 50. Here we go. Let's go, Mike 50.
My turn.
It's been a long day.
Hey, let's go.
Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
Our turn.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
They'll run with Cook. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Check. Tighten up. Show it.
Now.
They try again with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. Gostkowski with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Mahomes going to throw. And his throw is incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
53 is the mark. Crunch time, defense. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant. 53 is the Mike, 53, check 53.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Yellow. 480. Hey, 43. 54.
Yeah. Mike 5'4", Mike 5'4", Mike 5'4". Not here. Right there, 54. Right there.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that will be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
We got 4. We got 4.
Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the Chiefs' 44-yard line.
Here we go. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. Hey, team 6.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score
Set.
Vikings 14,
Gator.
Chiefs 10.
Hey, Orbit.
Mike 51. Hey, tight down. There you go. 51's the Mike. 51's the Mike. Rabbit.
Hey, Wahoo.
51's the Mike, boy.
Good night.
I want that. Give me that ball, defense.
2nd and 11. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Hey, lock it.
Check 24. Check 24.
Ready?
They run again on first down. Cook. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Go. Fair.
2nd and 4. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go one more.
Off the play fake. Gordon. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of the... This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. As his guys are able to regain the lead. Gostkowski the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Now it's Freeman. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Yellow.
Freeman again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
I finished 7.
I'm coming up. I'm coming up.
You gotta go, baby.
Coming after you. No. Off. Shim. Sponge. No.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike, 53. Mike.
43.
53.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the 4th. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Check Mike 46. Watch the pass. 46 to Mike. 46 to Mike.
Guys. Go.
To throw on second down. Gordon. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
At the 27-yard line.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
I got you.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Yellow. 180.
54. Mike 54. Know your job.
Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
They're running it.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came